Looks very good.
Okay. Come in. Walking? Not yet? I think maybe some place now.
Did I put on mute by mistake?
Let's go walk.
Sorry.
Hey.
No, it's working.
It's working? Yeah, it's working. Yeah, it's big. It's very loud maybe. Too loud?
Just now, perfect.
Okay. It's very loud. For myself.
The big Geshe-la.
Oh, because this is a low. Oh, okay. Anyway, good. Good evening. With class, we a long time ago. With Kim. Anyway, I think we learned a lot of things last couple of weeks. I don't know, you guys maybe really forgot or not. I'm not sure. The purpose is practice. Purpose is study is for the, learn to more practice. Purpose to learning is to purpose to practice. In order to practice, we need to learn, right? Therefore, before you practice, or whatever you practice, you have to learn. This is very important. Then, purpose to practice is subdue our mind, make the peaceful for our mind, right? These main things. Then, best. It's very loud.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I'm just like no problem.
Try it.
Then what do you call it? Oh yeah, that's good. Anyway, that person will do. That two bus, somehow, almost Yamato children.
So we have to have all three, the study, contemplation and meditation.
I think that's not working.
Try it.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Better?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you hear what I said earlier?
We need the tree.
Yeah.
Вот. 근데 이제다 아니 다 섬중걸로 시작하라 딩한데야 두중으로 이래서 봐.
So before you can develop the wisdom that arises from contemplation, you have to have the study. That is very important.
봐. 근데 투바대야 아니 문보네 투바스다. 내가 지금 말했어 봐.
And study, you have to, study, it says it's study a lot and study from a lot. And so it means that, you have to study for a long time and, repeatedly again and again, and then you have to study from many teachers.
봐. 두중으로. 아니 강화 투수는 다 삼았다고 해 말했어 봐.
And so whatever you have studied, then you have to contemplate on that.
아니 대내 삼은 다 공주 영화마다 다 대공자네. 미치고 말했어.
And then whatever you have contemplated on, then you meditate. And so whatever you have thought about it, and so this things like this, like that, like that. So you're taking contemplation. And once you have thought about it, then you come to, set your mind on that correct thought, and that is called meditation. So after the contemplation, there has to be a meditation.
진짜 아니 다 공백이 냠내다 야무라서 다 아니 삼모야 같은 삼주로 야부는 다 두주시가 있느라고 그랬어.
And whether your meditation will be good or not depends on whether you have contemplated well or not. And whether you can contemplate well or not depends on whether you have studied well or not.
와, 투숨 곰숨 야마타와스노 이거고요.
So these three, the study, the contemplation, and the meditation has to be accompanied with each other.
다 된지가 투야다, 삼노타야다, 고마야다, 다 시단 그다 진영내게 된 담당 뭐 부셔야 그랬어.
And so there are many subjects, many things, or many subjects to study and to contemplate and meditate.
다 뒤에 나네, 다 가서 가야 나의 변도 요하다. 근데 가야 나의 다 소소 냠내체 대화로 돼. 다 니제서 상주고 sem서 지배서 고마나. 다 되면서 가야 나의 변이 그랬어.
And but among all these many different subjects to study, those that are very beneficial up front, and for yourself and for other people, is the practice of meditation on loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta, and so forth. So those immediately brings the effect and the benefit to all of us.
아니 변화 니제로 나타 니제사의 관리가 니제사 나쁜도 아니 담보 니제 뭐 없은 거 그래서.
So first you have to study what is compassion, right? Then you have to contemplate, and what is how doing what is will be compassion.
아니 니제의 뭐 하고 쓴거야. 다 수수지제로 가야라시 니제 뭐래 깨졌다고 했어요. 깨졌다시요.
So once you have identified what is compassion, then you have to generate in your mind, which means you have to, a part of your mind has to arise in the nature of compassion.
아니 나도 공자들아 다 신혼 공부해서 돈 공부해서 이 말하고 이해 그랬어. 신혼세, 돈세. 신혼만 나타나 로테. 이제로 보면 이제 로코만 이제 뭐 제가 신혼 공부했어. 돈세가 나타 되게 했대. 그거. 그냥 바로 거는 다 하듯이 요새 상상이로. 들려오시. 아니 신혼세가 딱 로코랑 그거
So when you generate, there are two types. There's the one is the part of the mind itself, that transforms into the nature of such and such mind, like compassion. And then there's another type where you just visualize. You don't generate your mind in that nature, but you just think that there is such and such, like when you're meditating or visualizing on a deity.
근데 다 니지에서 가지나 아니 맛이 전쟁 주소 용어서 많이 제세 근데 다 되니 다양한 상당고 그래서.
So what is compassion? It's compassion, as you know, there's that compassion that comes from understanding, also as one's mother, remembering their kindness, wishing to repay their kindness, and developing the affectionate love towards them, and then with that, then comes the compassion.
관계 맞이 선제 담시 누마다 전대질로 슈침보다 다 이제로 삼고 그랬어.
So in any way, the compassion is a mind that wishes others to be free from suffering.
리글로 대로 드마로만 당근에 장애지. 아니 자다 년세 가시면 어찌 심지 차성 심지 다 여제대 누마다 전대질로 들이고 그랬어.
And so that kind of mind, there is this artificial mind, which you have to first just generate that mind, and intentionally you generate that mind with some kind of effort, and then after that you keep on generating them and keep on thinking that, then after some time it becomes automatic in your mind, and so that's called spontaneous. And so that genuine compassion is when you have generated this wish towards all sentient people that are any bias, like so not saying that, oh, this is my friend, my relative, so I wish them to be free from suffering, but these are my enemies and I don't wish them to be free from suffering. It's not like that. No? So that is only a partial compassion, not just like that, but a full, genuine compassion towards all sentient beings.
그리고 안에 당근도 나베게 개와 마시키는 게 완자 아니 다 수수 개와 투마에 말했어. 개와 투마면 다 말아 다 정가에 말했어. 근데 다 심지 관계가 다 마치 뉴말했어. 제 심지가 말해 내가 마치 뉴말했어. 뉴말자 마치 갑라 다 가르친 거랬어. 근데 마치가 갑라야 다 편도진에 가르친 거랬어. 다 들었던 거 거랬어.
And so the reason why we have to have compassion towards all sentient beings, because all sentient beings has been very kind to us, and especially when they have been our mothers, right? So we believe that there's a past life, and then the past life, a past life, and past life, a past life. So when you go back, there's no beginning. So since beginningless lifetime, we have been having all this different kind of rebirth, and during all this rebirth, we had a mother. And so there isn't one sentient being that has not been our mother. So every sentient being, whether they are friends or enemies in this life, they all have been our mother, at some point. And so therefore we should have compassion towards all sentient beings equally.
그래서 다 먼저 뭐다 뭐라 하지 나게 저래 나게 나다 인지 마고 그러스 시다 깨네 시요 깨네 강가라도 다 마고 저래 말다 가지 다 밀나 다 다시 나게 저래스.
So again, when we talk about the birth, there's different kind of birth, right? So there's a birth from womb, a birth from egg, birth from moisture, and there's a miraculous birth and so forth. So for human beings at this time, we don't know it before, but at this time it is necessary that they have to be all born from womb, right? In like most cases, there could be some cases where you don't have to have womb, right? Two? Test tube. 먼저 제일 대적에 따디 가서 자라드는 나와서 고아던 데 차들로 내 다를 보고서야 나게 봐요.
난 this is 하는 다 대왕 주주는 그냥 다 아메가를 바르고 들어왔어. 정상이나.
So what do? They later they put it in the womb, or
Yes.
Yeah.
they
Still
still go
born
through?
from the
Still-
womb.
Still born from
Yeah.
womb.
야,
But they haven't replaced that.
Yeah.
다시 다 초록 다녀로 다시 많이 가도 말은 다시 깨통해서 말았어.
So nowadays, right, not possible without womb, right?
Right.
To be born.
Maybe one day, but I think maybe that's not possible.
Hopefully that.
Without really complete 다 지어서 더 미래 다시 같이 잡았다.
나 생각했어.
또 대상 다 뭐하고 말아. 대상들라.
너만 되는 쪽이야.
다들 누만 가.
So before, many eons ago, human beings they were born miraculously. They didn't have to go through the womb, right? They didn't take birth from womb. So, and of course, in the past, a long time ago. But then in the future, we don't know what's going to happen also. But right now, at this time, right, around this time, it's like 100% sure that it's going to be born from womb.
What do you mean miraculously?
The case of us.
되게 나던다 밤마다 근데 때 먹어봐. 그지 예다다 아니 봐도 되게 됐어.
So it all depending on parents. They just pop up.
그냥 만도
Oh?
만도 되게 우체와다 봐도 차서 그랬어.
So many beings in the lower realm, like the hungry ghosts, hell beings, they're all born miraculously. They don't have to go through all this process of giving birth and all this. Just pop up like that. And also we talk when we talk about the intermediate state. So that's kind of being also, right? So when you're born in this intermediate state, you don't have to go through that. You just pop.
봐. When they stop that belly, 그러다.
Stop breathing.
then 끼와
When we stop
우체와다 딱 봐도 차서.
So the moment you stop breathing, the internal breath as well, and then the second moment you're already born in the intermediate state, so miraculously like that.
근데 대니 딱 깨서지니 또 가듯이 하나 때 봐도 많이 오셔서 그러.
And then from there, then when it conceives in the womb, then that's when the state of the intermediate state life ends.
오케이. 근데 이제 간지 진짜 뭐고 삼노탄에 다 생체도 저 파마 제뉴와요와 파마 제가 깔아 깔아 친구요. 마제가 깔아 깔아 친구요. 그래서 다 두도 차상 두마다 전화 좀마로 년별로 우리가 다 GS 딜로드 수수기가 깨겠다. 이렇게 빠오고 또 잡았어.
And so because of all these different reasons, and then we can say that yes, all sentient beings has been our mother at some point, right? And so they've been very kind at the time when they have our mother, and also they've been very kind to us even at the times when they have not been our mother. So even when they're they have been still very kind to us. We had to depend on that in many different ways. And so whatever we have now is all by the kindness of others. And so when you think of that, and then you really feel close, with all these sentient beings. And then you feel like, oh, I wish them to be free from suffering. I should wish them to be happy because they've been very kind to me. So that thought comes up. And then that compassion, that wish, thinking on the mind, thinking may they all be free from suffering. So that thought has to keep on. You have to keep on. First, you have to make effort to generate that, and then eventually it has to come automatically, spontaneously.
오다 들이라서 나도 대리진 로고도 간지 나도 대리로도 수지라다 깨도 따고 깨 답시 그래서.
So you have to generate. That first you have to make effort, to generate that mind. And so you have to keep on thinking, keep on making effort.
오다 공자한테 내가 다 지금 근데 상식을 선제되고 된도 사지 컴퓨터로 쇼이로 어떻게 생각하고 선제되는 펜터로 쇼서.
And so you keep on thinking, and then your mind becomes very familiar with that. And then you don't have to really think it, just that thought just comes up. That's called the familiarization. And familiarization is the real meaning of meditation. Meditation means to familiarize. And so when you familiarize your mind with that thought, then you have really meditated.
내 다 선제되고 사지 컴퓨터로 쇼이로 다 상식을 쓰는다 그래서.
And then, so you just wish for them to be free from suffering, but just by wishing they will not be free, right? So you have to free them from suffering. So how do you free them? So by becoming Buddha. So if you are not Buddha yourself, you can't free them. So you have to become Buddha. Because only when you become Buddha, then you will have the full potential to help sentient beings to achieve liberation or enlightenment. And so therefore you develop that mind wanting to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. So that is called bodhicitta.
전쟁으로 대니 수수께끼야 다 지금 그래서 예제도 깨도 지만마다 가디나 지금 마마 주문대로 깨웠으나 다 너무 수수께끼네 라면이 잘 그랬어.
And so if you have that thought, compassion and bodhicitta, without any effort, spontaneously, then you will be always very happy and you will not have any enemies at all.
좋아? 아니 그런 단단하고 코로스가 간가 예예냐고 예예냐고 검사하게 왔어.
So because when we have enemies, that's because we get angry towards somebody, right? We hate somebody or we get angry towards somebody. And that's why then we get all these enemies and things and people we get into fight and so forth. So if you don't have that, then you will not have any enemies.
Are you guys angry by yourself?
So when you become angry towards others, right? So if you don't have that ill will thought towards others, you will not become angry towards others. So Geshe is asking, in order to become angry, you have to become angry towards others, right? You don't become angry toward yourself. Do you become angry toward yourself?
You can get angry about you. You can get angry with yourself, yeah.
Then when you do that,
When you do something.
So when you become angry with yourself, do you like beat yourself or hit yourself? Punch yourself?
It's mental. It's mental.
Mental.
It's not physical, it's mental.
Some each person is.
When you do something silly, you can get very frustrated against your own actions.
Yeah, you do something stupid, can't remember something. You studied something, like I studied Chinese and I've written it so many times and then I forget. I'm like, what's wrong with it?
anyway, and then something happen that most 99% be angry for others, not us, right? 그래서 다 잠바 이제도 상식 센자 공개하나 다 너도 공로 사사다. 네, 다 프리스는 표주다 데이터에 맞어.
And so if we have compassion and altruistic attitude towards others all the time, then we will not have any anger towards them, right? We will not hate them, and so we will not have any enemies. And so that is the best way to bring peace within ourselves and within others.
들리대 여봐야나? 들리로 어떻게 나왔나? 내가 대화 수도래. 다 피스 보이마. 대화 산지 타와서 뒤지고 공모 토와. 다 니가 된 거랬어.
So if we have that kind of thought, then there is a temporal benefit and ultimate benefit, of course, right? So temporal benefit is that it will bring peace in one's life, right, at this time, and then ultimate benefit is that eventually, through that mind, one will be able to achieve the full enlightenment of Buddhahood.
어떻게든 냠내 집에가 냠는도 로로 지배가 된다 조금은 같이 지금 소수성과 대화를 되치듯이.
So the purpose of practicing Dharma, studying Dharma, is is mainly to bring peace within oneself.
소소소 피스나 아니 소소로 봐서 그만 피스는 걸 가려가려. 각도가.
Because if oneself is at peace, right, if one is peaceful, then people around us, ourselves, will be also very peaceful, right?
근데 피스는 파파파처럼서 근데 이마지노도 피스는 피스 제토 말았어.
So the peacefulness has to start from oneself, right? So if oneself is not at peace, then one cannot bring peace to others. So it has to bring peace to oneself, and then if oneself is at peace, and then others around ourselves will be at peace, and then the other people and around them will be at peace, and then them. So that way, then you expand to all over the place. That's how you expand peace. Otherwise, without oneself being in the peace, then there's no way to bring peace to others.
What's that in the 다 간지 알아서 다 냠에 지야라 근데 또도 마스 다 남마스 뭐 냠에 지야 그래서 와.
So when we practice, there are many different subjects, like I said, I mentioned earlier, there's many things to study and so many things to practice, right? So there are like sutras and tantras and all these different paths that we can study and practice.
What's 근데 다 드린 가서디 나라도 저걸 다 저당한테 거래야 양조 가서 만나지 않으시 다 장고 그래서.
And then this is one thing that we started to study about how to use the bell and the vajra, the symbolisms and so forth, right?
근데 단도 다 마음 냠에 그래서 막.
So these are, these practice of these implements and it's all related with the tantra practice.
아니 마서야 되다 뭐 다른 거 와먹으시나 하도 거를 와서 간제 지금 예든 지금 전에 다 냠는 거 그래서 와.
And so you know the practice of the tantra, right? So since many of you have received initiations, you know the practice of tantra, right? So practice of the tantra is actually practice in relation to some kind of deity, right? Some sort of deities.
아니 예든도 난 전에 냠는 지금 상관라 아니 다 소소 지금 너무 동장치 아니 동바 대행 안에 예든 팀 뭐라야 게 근데 대제네 다 지금 냠치야 어디 소지를 사는 나를 그러는데.
So usually when you do the practice in relation to a deity, then first you practice on meditation and emptiness, right? You practice on emptiness, and so you meditate on emptiness. In other words, it means like meditate on emptiness, like so think that everything is empty, so not non-existent but empty of inherent existence, like that. So you think of everything as emptiness, right? And so your thinking of the emptiness has to be so strong that it should almost feel like you're meditating on nothingness. So it's like not existing from its own side, not only thinking that it's not existing from its own side, but even conventionally it's not existing like that. So it has to be very strong. So, and then there's nothing there, and then from that state of emptiness, from that state of nothingness, emptiness, then there comes this, you arise in the form of deity. And actually it is that mind which is meditating on emptiness, that very mind arises in the form of the deity. And then with that, in a visualization of oneself as the deity, then you visualize using these implements, the bell, vajra, and so forth.
아니 와도 매바 있나 아니 드니 냠에 제가 다 이런데 소소 딱 뭐라고 이거면서 소소 팀을 딱 기초로 말했어.
And so usually, you have to receive empowered, right? So you have to be empowered to generate that, so to generate yourself in the form of a deity. So in order to do so, you have to receive initiation. So initiation, means like empowerment, which is giving you the ability or the authorization, to do such and such practice. So you have to receive that. Without that, you can't do it. So in that case, you just visualize the deity on top of your crown.
어제 단 조업을 정말 아양치 수수고 두가디야. 아니 조업을 하면 라마야 그러네. 들고 봐줘. 그게 와서 당이랬어.
And so in that aspect of the practice of the tantra, where you have generated yourself as the deity, and then you can emanate these offering goddesses from your heart, again from your heart, and you imagine, visualize emanating all these offering goddesses, and then offering goddesses come out of your heart, and then they all go, towards the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and then make them offerings.
어, 진짜 다 당부 소소 딱 깨지 동체 지고 그래서 와 깨지 다 깨네 근데 망쳐서 지라고 그랬어.
So after you make the offerings, then you dissolve these offerings back, the offering goddess back into your heart. And so once you have generated yourself as the deity, then after that you do the blessings of the inner offering.
당이 주로 가서 이제 기술을 가지고 킹이들이 이랬어.
So do you have, did you bring your inner offerings? Geshe-la said he told you to bring last time.
이랬어. 이면 you don't have no that. 나 처음 됐어. 그래서 장소 연남파 내 장소 다 됐어 좀 정말 근데 전한 장소 다 참았어.
So if you had brought yours, then Geshe-la said he wanted to add a little bit, from his, to yours, because this one contains, the inner offering from many high lamas, and so he collected from different high lamas, so he wants to share a little bit on yours. So if you add like a drop or two in yours, then yours will be also, blessed, with all these blessed inner offerings by the high lamas.
그래서 다 준도 남시시 예당 때 내가 다 다시 내가 연하게 되고 그래. 내가 맨날 돼. 이게 뭐서 그러노.
So this one, basically, mostly it is the visualization, right? So that's the substance. Substance is good, but basically it is the visualization of where you visualize all these substances and then imagine offering of those things.
와드시네. 다 나주 신이라 고에 기세 가르스나 아니 무슨 초시라고 그랬어. 나주 담보 소소 아니 계시 동시에 나주 신이라. 나주 신이라 발때네 아니 나주 되가 아니 초시라. 이 앞으로 그랬어.
And also, the inner offerings, you bless the inner offerings, and then with that, you then also offer, you bless the offerings, you bless the external offerings. And so you have to have the inner offering blessed in order to bless the external offerings.
Yeah, yes.
Geshe-la, what is in there exactly? What's in there?
It's good.
If
We're not allowed to talk.
No, but I'm.
you tell you have to kill
Howard
him.
has some too. I don't know what we were supposed to get.
Yes. It's black tea, and after the distribution.
So there's a nectar pill, it's called nectar pill, and it's a pill made of different substances, many different kind of substances like grass, and herbs and many things mixed together. And also it contains many precious, like gems, like the corals and things like that, and gold, silver, diamond. So many different substances. So they make it. The experienced, a lama will make it, will know, how to make it. So he makes it. It's called the nectar pill. And so you put that pill into. You can use saffron water. You can use black tea. Not very dark, but slightly dipped in the tea, and you can put into that. So some people even use alcohol. So things like that. So it depends on that.
Okay? What's 네. 네, 다 담아가서 대신 보면 홍세 담아서 주로 다 배샷 것이 런칭 되는 것이에요.
So you can open the text.
키 오픈 기미 나간다. 타라프레 말스.
Paraphrase.
기본 담치워서.
Paraphrase.
Yes. And then go to module that show you can see the page 199 and the tambo de meta jumbo de things to my was then show down 3203 then that get you to see the numbers was
Yeah. So this is okay. Let's think about it in relation to Dara Puja. So the Dara Puja, which starts from page 199, the refuge, and then the four immeasurables, special bodhicitta, and so forth. And then after that, in the page 203, there's a self-generation. See there?
Yes,
Yeah. So this is in one instant, now I arise as whenever I thought. So that's the first sub-generation.
근데 오만트나로 또 명만에 다시 단단 넣어주 지라고 해서
And then it says I cleanse with Om Benza Amrita Kundaga Hana Hompe. And then Om Sambhoshi is also that's blessing the inner offerings.
들어와. 다들 와서 엄마한테 왔어.
And then at the end of that page, there's Om Ahum 3 times, right?
어다 대가 단단데 다 넣어주시라고 이랬어. 엄마.
So with that, then you bless the inner offering.
그래? 다 넣어주셔도 여와이나 안에 넣으시라고 그랬어. 넣으시. 다 줘도 다 매야지. 나 넣어.
So if you have inner offering, that's how you use it.
This is 좋아? 뒤가 다 없으면 뒤가 다 무슨 정도 신경을 또 말씀하시면서 양아치 또 같이 다 마음대로 해서
And so with that, reciting the Om Ahum 3 times, then you bless it by purifying it, by meditating on emptiness of it, and by and then increasing it.
좋아? 다 담보 홍거 가도 되는지 껴야지 않았어. 근데 다 나중에 대해서 그때 샤마도 됐었나 다 장이 다 소식을 얘기했어.
So then also the Om Ahum. So the Om purifies all the all the colors, the shapes, and the smells and so forth.
들어와. 어때 다 이제 고 샤마한테 나한테 전화해 보는 좋아해 보자. 다 들어 다 장마선 봐. 지금 성가 들어와.
So because it is made up of 5 nectars and 5 meats, and so you purify it with the silver hum.
야 홍대지. 다 아디가 아니 투게라 삼지 대화 쳐가지고 지금 니바. 아니 삼이 대다 니바 지금 그래서 와.
And then with the syllable A, you leave a strong potential in your mind to experience great bliss in your mind.
나도 그때 녀마라 때 그때 다 니바 그래서 와.
And so this nectar, you leave that you kind of place that kind of potential and the nectar for the nectar to generate great bliss in your mind.
어디서 와? 아치 다 옴기 다 뭐뭐배 그래서 왔다 뭐뭐지니.
And then with Om, it increases.
어떻게 좋아하는 거? 다 뭐지? 뭐 가르쳐 줘. 쇼쇼 다 좋아하는 이제 다 뭐뭐배 그래서 와.
And so that kind of Om, increases. So increases so much that it becomes inexhaustible. It never ends.
다 나도 신경을 다 뒤가 되는 나도 근데 다 좋아시더라고 그래서 와.
And so now, since you have already blessed the inner offering, now with that, then you bless the outer offerings.
좋아. 다 줘도 멀쩡히 키워서
Your bell and bajra.
제가 뭐했어? 근데 왜 이렇게 나왔어? 왜 나왔어? Yeah. Good. You know how you do this? But here, first this red, then second you have this, put that. 근데 나도 show 들어왔어. Show.
On the other side.
Oh, other side.
Yeah.
See? You guys see here?
Yeah.
What I put here?
Oh, okay.
Always the statue looking face you, okay? Always touch the bar. What's the bajra? Touch the bell. Correct?
On the opposite side.
On the left side.
On the left side.
So,
Look, is the face on the bell, is that Prajaparamita?
그래서
Shishimdas.
사람 말이야 그래서.
It depends.
Yeah.
It could be different deities.
근데 가지 너제도 주인이 탑나셔야 되는 탑시니까지는 냠으로 가자. 다 냠으셔 그래서.
So you have to place the bell and bajra together because these symbolizes metal and wisdom, since the method and wisdom has to be together all the time in the case of the tantric practice, so you should keep them together all the time.
What? And then that you know, love the day come to Jason. What? What is Baji?
Called Vaja.
No, don't do this, okay? Don't this, okay? Not to do that. Put here. Also, when you chest here, you see? If you chest here, okay? Now you have to hold here, this here, and bring here. You got it?
Oh,
Not here, okay? When you put back, don't go this way. Chest is always top one, right? When you put back, put here, put there. Then you can just do it. When you want to start, bring this, okay? Now, that is just show the mother. Not that you cannot join us in Mudras. 근데 오면서 다 뛰어들 악을 받는 좋아요. 네가 다음도 좋아. 먼저 피고랬어. 다들 나를 줘서 같이 다니까 그랬어. 나도 나주시라 그랬더니 다 나주 되가 아니 다 아니 좋아시라 그랬어. 좋아시라 쓰는데 다 좋아 피하랬어.
So you bless the inner offerings, and with the inner offering, then you bless the outer offerings. So once the outer offerings are blessed, and then you offer the outer offerings, and this is the time when you actually use the bell and vajra.
그래? 다 네가지야 아니 좋아 피고 잡아라. 아니 수수 두네 수수다 예전 깨는 두네는 주를 하고 아니 수다 주니 대성 좋아서 그랬어.
And here you imagine making the offerings, the outer offerings, right? And so, like I said earlier, when you do when you make the outer offerings, then you emanate the offering deities, offering goddesses coming out of your heart and carrying each of these offerings, like offerings of water, flower, and so forth, and then they offer. Imagine that they are offering it.
Okay? 다 담보도 담보 나 주고 무슨 말씀 제일 있어. 내가 특별히 제일 나중에 되게 장고가 나도 되게 장고랬어.
So now we're going to recite together, okay, this offering verse, offering lines like Om Agam Ahum.
Okay?
bottom of 203.
Yeah, 205.
저런데 엄마의 말을 써봐라 아 그저 정배
So this is Om Agam Ahum, Padam, Om Padam Ahum, Om Vajratubhya Ahum, Om Vajratubhya Ahum, like that. Om Adam, Adam Jedi.
단지 이나 아주 누치 되겠어 봐 내들 누치 가서 담주를 놔서 담주 주지
So like the last
맞아
method,
담주 오케이
like that.
오케이
So
Watch down, okay.
your hand you can put together first like that, and then you do like this. So you snap. That's the time when you imagine the offering goddess is emanating from you. You snap out, right, and then you go like this. Om Aragam Ahum. So that's the offering water, right? And then after you do that, and then you go like this, snap in. So that's when you dissolve the offering goddess into your heart. So snap out, emanate the offering goddesses, and then you go down like this and Aragam. That's offering water, and then snap back. So dissolve the offering goddess back in your heart.
So when it's out, the right hand is out.
Like the both and left hand is out.
The left hand.
Yeah.
The left hand is out.
So the right hand is inside, so you do it like this, and you snap out. And at that time you imagine the offering goddess is emanating from your heart. And then when you do that, imagine that they're also doing this, performing dance and making offerings like that. And then when you snap it, so when you snap it, this, the right hand is outside. Like that. Inside, so inside, right? And then up, so like that, and then like go outside like that. So outside, the right hand outside, and then like this, snap in. So imagine dissolving all the offering goddess into your heart. And then again the next one, and then snap out again. Then Om Aya Tarisapa Padam. Padam is like this. So your hand, left hand is here, and then the right hand goes like this. This is like pouring water. So this is usually for watering, water for washing feet. So the first one is water for drinking. So you offer with 2 hands, and this is like you're pouring water, pouring the water, and that's like the second one. That's offering for offering feet. So that's you see here the 2 waters at the end. Water. The first one is drinking. Second one is washing feet, and then bar them, and then you go like this. Snap back. So offering goddess dissolve back into your heart, and then again you go like this. Snap out, and the offering goddess emanate, and then they make offerings, and you go like this, flower. It's like blossoms of flower, like that. Okay, and then again snap back, dissolves back into your heart, and then snap out, offering goddess come out, and then you go around like this, and then you do base like this. So that's incense offering. Then snap back again, and then like this. So like this, and then this one is a light. So your the fingers and the thumb in the middle like this. So this is supposed to lamp, light. And then you back, right? And then again fold like that, and go around. And go around and go like this. That's like gende. That's the perfume. So offering was perfume. So you imagine applying a perfume. So in the case of High Yoga Tantra, the offering goddess that illuminate, it says that it has to have, offering goddesses have 4 arms. So 2 arms holding like this, the gende, and then with 2 hands you apply like this to the heart of the Buddha. So imagine like this. So that's with the 2 hands like this. So in the lower class tantra, and this is the offering goddess have only 2 hands. So then you go like this. So 1 hand is holding the perfume, the other hand goes like this and applies like this. So like this in the lower class tantra. So that's the difference. And then gende. Then again you snap back, and then snap forth again, and this is called the lotus circle. And then you do like this. And nyude, which is offering of food, right? So also food, you offer with 2 hands like the food. Nyude, snap back, and then again snap forth, offering goddess come out, and this is called shabda. It's like playing music. Shabda. So that's the music. It's the last one there, right?
Okay, you guys got it?
Yeah, practice.
Okay,
Yeah,
not
practice.
now you do the practice, okay? Now you can really know the meaning. Don't you really explain, right?
Very good.
Now you have to Omaya Agam Radhasayi so Omayadara Sabari Padam Radhasayi so Omayadara Sabari Pibe Radhasayi so Ayadara Sabari Dube Radhasayi so Ayadara Sabari Gende Radhasayi so Ayadara Sabari
Nyude.
Never day, brother says, Umaya that a sabare wari shabda brothers or so. I don't know. Understood.
Okay.
I'll look at God, right? Yeah. Okay? Yeah, Tamshu. What's the Tamshu?
So
Okay.
Oma ayatare sapare wari
Agam
aragam
brother
tate
so.
samso. Oma ayatare sapare wari padam tate samso. Oma ayatare sapare wari pube tate samso. Oma ayatare sapare wari dube tate samso. Oma ayatare sapare wari aloke tate samso. Oma ayatare sapare wari gende tate samso. Oma ayatare sapare wari nyude tate samso. Oma ayatare sapare wari shabda tate samso.
Got it? Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Agam you do this hand. Padam. You see?
Padam.
First Agam and do this. And Padam with this. Okay?
Like
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
You no, watch here.
I did
Yeah.
food with everyone.
Okay, look here. First look here, okay? Agam, do this,
The
right?
other hand,
Okay.
Jeff.
Agam. You see? Anybody hand do this? The Pada. How you do?
The wrong hand, Jeff. This one keeps the left here, and then with the right you go like this. The
See?
right.
You got it? Everybody got it?
And which one's different for the forearm?
No, first,
So that's
you
just
Perfume.
Perfect.
the game day.
okay? Everybody got it? Pada.
And,
Okay? Ube.
who,
Everybody got it? Ube. Now dube. Dube hand do this.
So
Dube.
you pull the fingers together like this.
See? Dube.
like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Like
good.
this.
Okay? See?
Yeah.
Got it? Dube. You need to know what they are sitting down.
So dupe means what?
Incense.
Incense. Yeah.
Get inside this.
So that's the main thing, to understand the meaning of that word and then imagine offering that substance.
Okay? Then allocate. Allocate is the light.
Light. Like this.
Okay? Allocate. Think about
Yeah.
Gente. Gente. Do this.
Candy.
Okay?
Candy like this.
Yeah.
See? Okay? Then Neode. If you got it, then Shabda.
Santa.
Okay? Now we do the action. Umma ayadara sabare vare agam pradosaosu. Ayadare sabare vare padam pradosaosu. Ayadare sabare vare pube pradosaosu. Ayadare sabare vare dube pradosaosu. Ayadare sabare vare aloke pradosaosu. Ayadare ayadare sabare vare gende traduzamosu. Ayadare sabare vare neode traduzamosu. Ayadare sabare vare shabda traduzamosu. Got it? Okay, now go ahead. But then you go watch this. Go ahead. Yeah, hold yeah. Okay. Okay. Now we just ayadare sabare vare agam traduzamosu. Ayadare sabare vare padam traduzamosu. Ayadare sabare vare pube traduzamosu. Ayadare sabare vare dube traduzamosu. Ayadare sabare vare aloke traduzamosu. Ayadare sabare vare gende traduzamosu.
Gende.
Yeah, gende traduzamosu. Gende traduzamosu. Ayadare sabare vare neode traduzamosu. Ayadare sabare vare shabda traduzamosu. No, you don't need to hold it. Hold it, yeah. See? Okay? You got it?
I have a question, I'm sorry. For the greeting with water and the food offering, the finger are a little bent, or
So that again depends
somewhere-
on the different class of tantra. So in the highest level tantra, you go all hand like that. In lower tantra, you bend the index fingers a little bit like that.
for the food offering.
Yeah, for the food. I don't know the meaning, but that's what they do.
And what's the difference then in the lower tantra for the greeting of water and the offering of food? Is the same and
Yes, that's different. The water, you just do the same thing. But for the food, I don't know, for some reason they do that. Yeah.
The big differentiate. In the high service, the same thing as the water.
Yes, same thing.
Yeah, low tantra is a little bit different there. Mudras.
So also pupe is like this, in the dupe is like that, and in the lower class tantra, pupe, dupe like that, and then gente, and then nude.
But we do here all the high tantra.
So
The
we are
incense-
advanced practitioners.
So the incense is different.
Yes.
Dupe is like this.
Well, dupe in higher class mantra we do like this, but in lower we do like this.
I see.
So that's
Because of the difference of the
and dupe
arms.
is like this flowers. No, not in this case. Only in the gende case. Gende you do stand the two hand holding the perfume and two hand doing like this, and that makes sense, right?
Mm.
And then the lower with one
Mm.
hand holding like this and the other hand going like this.
Okay?
So if you have Vajra and Val, you don't have to do. You just ring the bell and the.
Yes. That's right.
Also, it's not necessary you have to use. If usually you don't do chömetse, you're not operating as well.
So you do this and then you use also like that, no? And you do sharp and then go like that.
식당도 들어. 아니 식당도 저는 특혜도 아니 가지고 식당 맞춰진데 동인데 앞으로 특인 좀 그랬어.
So this one, like the actual word is more important, than the implement itself.
Mm.
And so your attention has to be more on word and the meaning of that, rather than on the implement. So some people
Okay.
care about what they're reading, but they just think that's important to play the music,
Mm.
and they emphasize on playing with. So Geshe-la saying that's not important. You can have the music set on the table. That's like the bell and bajra. You can have it on the table, and you do the mudras with the word. That's more important. So you don't have to use the bell and bajra.
그래. 대다주도 뭐 식상에다 다주고 그랬어.
So if you have received, the highest, the highest level tantra initiations, then you need those.
근데 다 가서 가지고 네 빠데. 내 단어도 하지만 하이 제자 나 둘러서 그랬어. 근데 또 빨리 좀 빨리 나서 간다고 빨리하고 그랬어.
And so that picture, is the pictures of the garments, the ornaments of the deity. And so when you visualize yourself as the deity, then you also visualize wearing these garments and ornaments. And so you should have those. Of course, if you have the garment, that would be great. The ornament, all this. And this as a picture.
Mm.
Okay? When you become, they what call
Deity.
deity, you have to wear the deity's clothes, not our clothes. Wash. Okay? Now everybody understand? When we do pujas, if you like to really seriously want to learn this, come to the pujas a couple times. First just learn, then slowly. It's not too complicated. Okay? 다음은 또 저거까지 좀 그래서 다 되고 말로 쉬고 아니 저거 줘야 돼. 다 남주에 가서 나 아까 받은 치와나는 나를 주고 가냐도 주고 왔어. 저거 주고 줘야 돼. 아니 셀레시야 나. 아니 다 샤트야 나. 어디서 가려야 아니 다시 집어서 가. 그래서 주고 그래서.
And so when you say the shabda, that's the music, right? So that at that time you play all sorts of music, any kind of a musical instrument that you have, and in the puja you play that, like the cymbals, the drum, the small drum, and the bell, and all these things. But then there's also a part, where you only play the bells, only the bell. You don't play other musics like drums and so forth. So that is when during the invocation, like when you're inviting the deity, like from to Shita, when you do that, that's your invocation, right? So that verse, during that time you also you just play the bell. So that's the invocation during that time, and also during the homage, like when you're making prostration or paying homage, at that time also you play it. And then also during when you're reciting the auspicious prayers at the end, like there's auspicious prayers. So that time you play just the bell, and then at the end of the auspicious prayers, at the very end, then you play everything together again.
Okay? Now your idea when we know. 당어도 된 맛이 따로 못하는 거야. 아니 다 되네. 상계도 문제를 거서 되고
So in page 207, there's a homage there, right?
그래서 당어도 눈치 그랬어. 와 상계도 문제를 걸어 도시에서 뭐에서 되게 많은
자본이 됐다, 상관도 되고, 차사를 잘 담아들여.
상계도 문제를 도시에서
So then there are 4 lines. So then the first line you go like this, right? Sangye tamje dudu. And then dorje in the second line you play that. line, you go your hands in a lotus circle. And Lama Nama Chata in the fourth line, then you fold hands together.
Lotus circle is this?
Lotus circle is this like this.
That's the third line.
Yeah.
In the third line, yes. So first line, you go like this, right? Second line,
Second line.
third line,
Third line.
fourth line, with your homage.
Got it? Okay. Fourth line. Right. The second line. The third line. Okay. That lima anytime shanta shoga kashi
So in every verse, that's the verse. So Sangye Tamje, Dube Go, Dorje, Sangye Tawa, Lama Nama Sha, Gombo Suje, Chene, Tamje, Geshe-la, Sha, Tabe, Gyurenge, Geshe-la, Sha, Gona, Lava,
Got it? See?
See, when you know it like that, you don't have to read it.
The lotus part, the lotus.
Go like this, yeah.
Can you, Damsho, can you turn sideways and do that just a little, just a
Like
little?
this.
Yeah, yeah.
Your hand go like this, and then you go like this.
So first one.
So you put your hand here, the right,
Yeah.
and then go like this, and then you go. See this one, I mean this is very detailed, right? So, so many lamas they just do like this, you know.
Yeah, he do very detailed.
You can do like this, just like this, and then like this, you know. Go like just like this, you know. There's a simple way. So more details, you go like this, and then you turn. You see here, your finger go in, and this finger goes in, and then you turn around. This finger go in like this, and then this finger. So that's more detail.
It's like a dance.
Yeah, that's supposed to be dance, yeah. So
It's beautiful.
yeah,
Usually the
I want to do it.
like this.
Yeah.
So that's the detail. But you know, you can do the simple like this, like this.
next one.
And then it goes right into the prayer hands, the last bit.
Yes.
If you don't mind.
So you go like this, right? And your hand goes like this. And then turn around, and then you open. It's like opening
Oh,
lotus.
so
right?
this is
Like the closing the lotus. Yeah, close. That's right. So this hand and then this hand. And turn around. This go open and then this open like this. And you go around, close, turn around, open.
So this part of the bell is always facing.
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
like this.
And how many times do you do that down the show? Just until you figure out a
So it
rhythm?
depends on how slow you do.
Okay.
You know, so if you do it like, you can do many times. You can keep on doing like this,
Okay.
keep on doing like that, and then you go. So if it takes long time to do the prayer, you can do one circle, two circles, or three go like this. You know, keep on going like this, 3 circles, and then at the end you do 4 together like that.
Okay? Now you guys good?
Well, I got
Right.
practice.
Next, huh?
I got practice.
Yeah, it's practice, you know, always you have to practice. Even, you know, usually first you can just, first you really memorize the words.
Yeah.
In Agambana. You memorize, then you don't need to worry other words. Or you can, first you can just learn this.
That makes sense.
Ah,
Memorize the word.
Memorize
Ah,
first.
That's much better.
yeah, yeah.
Because trying to focus reading
Yeah.
the word.
Also, sometimes the shortcut also, you know. Omaya, the Sabare, Agam, Padam, Pibe, Dub, Aloke, again, they just short one. They didn't change also.
You can do it short. So that's at the beginning, when you say Adam, Ahum, Padam, Ahum, so you do this. Then at the later, this is Oma, Ayata, Sabari, Wadi, Aragam. Then you can do the whole thing. But at the beginning, it's Oma, Ara. So Oma, Aragam, Ahum, Padam, Ahum, Dupe, Ahum, Dupe, Ahum, Gain down, new down, sharp on that you can do.
Okay? First you need to know how you know, first in Agam, Padam, you know, what mean, how can you, the kind of change, Chanachi, Agam, we, Sotan, Padam,
So even if you cannot do all these
All the things.
language, at least you just know the first ones: Agam,
Agam,
Padam,
Padam,
Pupe,
Pibe,
Dupe,
Dubi,
Aloge,
Aloke,
Gende,
Gende,
Nivde,
Neote,
Sharp.
Shabda. Okay? You just, you know, yeah, How can you agam or do the agam this agam? How do you pada or pada this? How do you video or do this? How do you do it or do this?
So that whole process is
You know, whole
a little more
process is-
complicated, right?
Yeah.
And then like this, and then visualizing. So all this, mind getting used to it, takes a little time. So first Geshe-la said is to remember the word and agam.
Agam do this.
So if you know the word, then then you can. It'll be easier.
You know, it's easy to do this all thing. Okay, not just minus or agam do like this. Yeah, padam. Then pipe do like this. Then dupe do like this. Then aruke do like this. Then aruke. Then what? Gente. Gente do like
Sunday
this.
is
Yeah, gente.
Again, this like this.
This.
what
Then
Gente.
levote.
Dupe is like this.
Then shabda. Then you are very good. Usually there is good too, I'm not good at in mudra. Just therefore good. No. Ayada sabare vare. Agam kada samus. Umaya dara sabare vare. Padam data says. Don't copy from me. I'm not good at this.
So when you're sending you're emanating the goddesses out, the left hand starts out,
Yeah, right.
and then
right.
you do
So-
the mudra, and then it's
and then
you're
go.
bringing them
So
back.
yeah, then you go. Say for example, you did agam, and then you go like this, and then
Left.
bring back
come back.
left. Yeah.
Okay.
So left inside, right outside. But when you emanate, the right inside and the left outside. So out.
Okay.
Actually, it's basically the right hand is the one that's doing this. So when you do like this, it's going out. When you do like this, it's coming in. Coming in, going out. Coming in. So but this one you just accompany with the hand. So feels like that. This is not you're paying attention to this one. This is the one emanating out. And then like this, and then you do this, and then you go that. So this again, right hand snapping in. So imagine dissolving in here.
So only the right hand's
Yeah. Well, the left hand also accompanies that. But
okay. Okay. No, it actually makes sense.
Good, good, okay?
Okay.
Then that just sort of knowledge kind of checking and not sudden and then nothing else. Sham to the upper, some other Chua Shaman. Talupa. Mubashi is what Chua and Sham Yusam.
so this is all done with the visualization, right? So the mind is visualizing. The thought is more important here. So if you have the actual offering, that's good. Even if you don't have actual offerings, you can just imagine offering those things.
Okay?
Flower, incense, all these things. So if you have actually arranged that, like we do during the puja, we arrange all these offerings. That's good. If you have at home, that's good. If you don't have, just visualize, imagine offering flower, imagine offering incense, imagine offering light, like that.
Okay? Now you guys how you do now how you use the bell. You know what you do like that. This.
Practice this.
Is it?
Remember?
Yeah.
We have the damaru. Also, not
Damaru is up front, not up.
okay? This is the part 2.
Part two.
오다 들으래. 다 남주 주동네 동마 연하던데 내가 좀 소소도 배토 아니 소소 나중에 키쇼. 아니 담보 밀다. 대신 소소.
So this is just a lesson. The real practice is when you come to do the puja. So if you're really interested in this, then you should come to the puja. And then bring your bell and baja and then play at the same time when others are playing, and then you get practiced, more and more practice, and then you'll become fluent. Otherwise, just coming here and studying, you will not learn much.
Okay?
Okay.
다음에
Are we doing this again next week, or?
No, we're done.
no, this is last. There are only 2 parts. First part already done. The second part.
No.
What we're doing next Wednesday?
I'm gonna
Next
practice.
one is colors.
I'm not sure. I'm maybe Hospital or maybe Royal to the Tension.
Heart Sutra or mind training.
Oh, cool.
Is Rinpoche going to be next Wednesday?
No,
My training is next Wednesday?
When's he leaving?
Or Heart Sutra.
they haven't decided yet.
Anyway, you guys are looking at what call follow the calendar? Calendar? Calendar. Okay?
Okay.
근데 시당한 데는 나도 무슨 맛이 줄세요. 다시 따지 내게도 건강해야 피해 있다. 이것도 신경해서 나도 신경하면서.
So then also there is offerings, offering of all these different symbols and different like the offerings of the eight auspicious signs. They call it 7 royal emblems. Like different this like the precious horse, precious queen, precious minister, and all these things. All these offerings is a different gesture for offerings, and so that's more detail. So the basic. This is just the basic one. Offerings of the light, the incense, the water, perfume, and so forth.
Okay?
Cool.
Then we stop. Then we stop, right? I think we're done. You have any questions?
There's a little debate.
Have any questions?
Question?
Oh,
Um, So this is just for the pujas and not for like succession guru yoga? You don't do extensive offering during that?
Sudden.
소주 가을에 빼자 가을 로고에 있다. 초가스들한테 따고 그랬어.
so it depends on the text, right? Whichever text has the offerings like that,
Yeah.
you can make offerings like that.
이거 스스로 그러고 요만데 지금 말씀.
In the succession guru, you don't have that.
근데 오늘 이거 가델하자는 거데 나 아니 담보 거기서 뒤오라 아니 가로 중요하지 가로 뭐 외도해야지 가면 대만이 누워서
So like in the Lamsonghava Guru Yoga, what's this? From to Sheta San. That's when you start that invocation, and you play that. Just for invocation, and then later was the various flowers and the water offering. What do you call that?
Oh yeah, yeah. So that's
Yes.
yeah, that's right.
So at that time, then you play the because it's offering the offerings and then also music, and so you can play bell at that time also in the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga.
Okay?
So you can use the Buddha for water and
Yeah,
flowers.
yeah, you can use mudra and everything.
Cool.
Yes.
Geshe-la, how best do you store the dorje and the bell at home? I mean, do you wrap them together, or do you leave them, when you get them home, do you leave them out, like out of their wrappings, or do you leave them wrapped up?
The condition.
저는 일단 조선보다는 조선방을 사셨어. 근데 내가 저거 제대나 저것도 그러다 내가 휴자에서 빼문자에서.
So yeah, you can. It's up to you. If you have a case, you can put it in a case. If you're not, usually you can just put it on a table and then just put it in, and then or just cover it with a simple cloth or silk, something like that, and then put it there. So usually they say it's a secret substance,
yeah.
so you have to hide it, so cover it with a silk.
That's what-
And there's another trick is they say the bell. If you have a piece of marble, the stone, marble stone. If you have marble stone, put it there. Press the bell on it, and it keeps the sound very good of the bell. That's just a trick.
Really?
Not related with the practice, but they say.
I know the practitioners let people go.
So if you put it in the wood, the sound of bell, is degenerates. So it's not really sharp enough. So sound.
Yeah, usually the sound come here, sound here. No one
Isn't that something?
something here. I don't know what that is.
Do we,
I wonder what is the phenomenon that goes without it.
do we use the Vajra bell in the Six Session Guru Yoga when we offer the 3 types of offerings?
Chobosun Pudone.
조선 거기.
Which 3 times?
The outer, inner, and secret? And such.
어떻게 제일 말다 되냐 무슨 충격이 되었어.
No, in the outer offerings, the inner offerings, you don't play this one, right?
You just.
Yeah. So only in the outer offerings, but not in the 6 session Guru Yoga.
Okay.
Okay?
And secret, of course, no, you don't have. You don't use the bell and water there.
I still had a question about the nectar pill for the.
Yeah.
It's not like you can get that at the health store.
Yes.
Where at the pill store or at the, you know, where do you get such a?
So yeah, it has
You
to
get that at
be.
Walmart, you know.
Yeah.
Whole food,
Yeah.
Whole food in the
No,
section.
Yeah, you can only get it from lamas,
Yeah.
high lamas, and they make it like I said. Then they distribute to the monks, and then the monks will keep it, and the old people keep it, So and maybe Geshe-la has some. I have some because my teacher when he made it himself, we brought all these stuff together when I was in monastery. He put it all together, and then he made it, and then he distributed it to the monks. And so I kept that since then. And you're not supposed to. You have to put it in a container and then you keep it all the time. So there has to be the stream of continuation, from your guru. Then you keep on using, and then maybe if you have disciple, you pass it. So it has to go on. I'll tell you a funny story. My wife, she thought that was very dirty, and she washed it.
So with all of us then?
Yes.
You went to
No, well, I have the peel, so again, and then I have I lost that one, but then I have the peel, so I use the peel again. Put in the saffron water and do that, so I can do that.
Yeah, Geshe-la said he also have some to get, and when his student completely wash, and in North Carolina. So I have this also from Geshe-la, also I got some priests last year in India. We used I don't know, say the monks big or not, in the Jume, Tantra College. Tantra College.
Country college.
Tantra College. Then they make this place. I got that. And you guys have the next but this small bar, small jar. I can give you like that. If you do sadhanas, usually we use. If you don't do sadhana, then we don't use it. You must use. No. Okay?
And the jars need to be glass,
No. This is a plastic.
plastic.
Maybe
oh,
plastic is more
okay?
easy. Yeah.
I got this at the container store in Danvers. It was $1.
Whatever, this is easy. Just you can pick up something medicinal. You can pick up. There's no
So
special.
the actual container is supposed to be skull cup.
Oh,
Yeah.
The actual one,
the little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one you can see.
So in the sadhana, in the visualization, you have that, right? So that visualization of, the what do you call that? The stone where you make fire. 3 stones.
hearth.
Huh?
A hearth.
Not
Yeah,
hearth.
the skull, the Kapala, and the three
Yeah.
skulls.
What do you call that? Threads? No.
It's a hearth.
Huh?
I thought it would be a hearth. You
Hearth?
put three
Three
stones,
stones.
and you have a fire.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So it's supposed to be like that, but and then the skull cup on that, and then you have all these substances. So that's the actual one in the practice of the tantra. But to keep this in offerings, you can have anyway.
Just see this. Okay. Yes.
When the new offering starts to evaporate, is it okay to add more alcohol or
Yeah.
different? Okay.
Yeah. Before they finish, you can add more.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it?
See, this is the traditional container for the inner offering. See, this is supposed to be the skull cup. Yeah, it's supposed to be, but it's made of copper. The shape of the skull.
I wouldn't think it'd be a real skull.
Yeah, it's the real. I have some couple of real ones.
What are they, what kind of skulls are
It's
they?
the human beings.
Human beings, yeah.
Human beings.
All the ones killed before previous life.
He used them in the long life puja, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
They're used in initiated.
There's 5 bones that get more.
Almost do through that, I think so.
They are on the top. 루치루치. 드리게 더 먹을 쓰네. 메리카시 열쇠.
So some texts says he has to be the skull of a 16-year-old girl. Of course, who passed away, you don't have to kill.
You kill them. Some of them. They many minutes when they put also very mandotanata.
But again, anyway, it's in the visualization. In your mind,
Okay.
in the mind, right? In the visualization, so you have to visualize like that.
Yeah, but I think the plant is much better. Even you're broken, no problem. Maybe glass a little bit danger. Yeah, when we go,
So yeah, that's another funny story of mine. Is my son was playing like
Are we supposed to treat this as like a secret?
Yeah, it's a secret.
Okay.
Don't show anybody.
secret substance.
secret
I like
substance.
secret.
Right.
Better.
At what
No,
point do you,
safer.
at what point do you, accumulate the oil, like personally, at any point, like with the vajra and the bell? Like, or is there a certain ceremony to get the oil?
The oil,
Well,
the pill, the nectar pill.
yeah.
Yeah, so the lamas, they make it, so they make it, and then you can have it anytime. You can have it anytime, and when you use it, it's when you're doing the ceremony, like that. When you offer.
Right, but I
So-
mean,
We have to know a lama.
right, we have to know a lama to get
Right.
it.
That's right, yeah. So you know Geshe-la, so you know, like Chödar Rinpoche,
So you just go and
So
you just say-
whoever lama comes in and say, and then, oh, do you have a nectar pill that you can give me,
It's just a matter of asking.
asking,
I
yes.
see, okay.
Yeah.
Do you need to have the tantra initiation first before you use it?
Well, like Geshe-la said, this is only when you do the practice of tantra, then you use it, So other time you can use it also, but it doesn't have much significance.
Mm.
샹아디로 아니 샤라프게 이거 이게 짜게 이거 짜게레스 근데 도송가데 데라프게
맛있나요?
나타났으나 anyway that even they go to detail there are special meanings if you want
So you know the nectar pill, what is made of, right? What it is made of.
Somewhat.
In the text, do you read the text? The inner offering blessing text. You all have tantric initiation, right?
Mm.
No, that one I don't.
And so we don't want to talk if you don't have all that, So it's all in details.
yeah
And so what are the five? There's the nectar they call it nectar pill. So what are the nectar? So what it is? So that's all in the text. So we don't want to talk if everybody doesn't have initiation.
The 5 types of nectars are in the nectar pill.
That's right. Yeah, 5 types of nectars and 5 types of meats like that.
All in the nectar and all in the substance.
Yes. Yeah.
okay
So in short, just those.
Vajra and bell, they say keep with us at all times. They don't also say that about the inner offering, do they?
inner offering. 그래도 그 말아봐. 그냥 저 연애야 보면 이렇게 하면.
이거는 약간 맨날 그렇게
Yeah. So that's basically it's visualization, right? So you visualize it, but if you have it, then it's more blessed.
So I should have this with me all the time?
Yeah.
or-
Yeah. It's good to have. If you have it, it's blessed. Is it an offering? That's
No,
an
no,
offering.
I haven't done it yet.
Yeah. So if you needed that,
Okay.
otherwise it's just.
Geshe-la has the spoon.
okay yeah you can do it what you say of course
Oh, when is it appropriate to take a tantra initiation?
not on the Kaduk words.
you don't take initiations
You haven't taken any initiations?
Not tantra.
Not tantric initiations. What are the initiations you have taken? When we talk about initiation, it has to be tantra.
Only,
Tantric initiation. Anyway, yeah.
다 저도 지금 나오는데도 저거 신예 때서도 나오는데도 때 스타트 나오는 거 그랬어 오늘 지나나? 돈만 내 듣지 마세요
So when you have trained in the common path, so here in the text on page 125, second verse on page 125. Can you read that?
Yes. Having become a pure vessel by training in the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gateway of
Oh,
the
this-
Order to Supreme Vajra Venerable. It's from the foundation of all the calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
So
되게
that's
드모
when you receive the tantric initiation.
되게 드모나서 해야 돼다 신예 때서 지와 맞다
How do you know when you've done that?
So you see the supreme Vajra vehicle, that's the
Right.
initiation, that's the tantric path, right? Tantric practice. So the having training in the general path. So first you have to practice the general path. So you have to have understanding of. If you have the realization, that's best. If you don't have realization, at least understanding of renunciation, bodhicitta, and emptiness.
Okay.
So those are the general paths. So if you know that, well, then you are ready to receive the tantric initiations.
Okay.
So it says that having become a pure vessel by training in the general path, so that's the please bless me to enter into the mind.
Okay.
The main thing is you have a little bit understand, a little explain to long run
Namlim.
teachings. But this country, some people just take up to new, they keep saying that and make a lot of sessions, then also, I don't know anything, anyway. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
The one thing I never understood was that we have to keep these objects and substances with us at all times, but at the same time we're supposed to keep it secret.
So when you know in shower master ceremony, you so called the two well.
소소까지 다 거기 나거든. 이 내가 진짜 키로 나는 말씀. 너 소소 있지 냐면 제가 가만히 되는 샤.
So wherever you do practice, you keep it there.
Mm.
You don't have to take with you wherever you go.
Yeah,
If you go to
literally,
work.
like everywhere.
No.
No.
That's the whole.
Keep you practice place. Don't leave the kitchen. Don't leave the dining room.
Look at the picture, it's on the picture too, isn't it? So that's the same as having it with you? Do you have the picture of all the implements?
너 감각 소중히 냐면 제가 사실 샤워를 했어.
So those also you keep in the place where you do the practice. You don't carry them in the bathroom with you.
No, not the
Yeah,
bathroom.
that's what I mean.
thought you were supposed to keep it.
So don't carry it everywhere you go. You don't have to carry it everywhere you go. So you just put it in a place where you do the practice in a home. Yeah.
Well, she's referring to other people have said before, if you put it in your wallet, then it's with you everywhere you go, things
Right.
like that, like the little picture. But you don't have to do that either.
No.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, you just
That's
keep the
not
practice.
necessarily. It could be even bad, you know, that where you put the wallet. You know, sometimes you put in your wallet on your back pocket and you sit on it.
So that makes more sense.
That's not good.
That's
No.
logical.
And then you take it to the
So
bathroom.
the
That's not
better,
good.
That's
This is
put
not
it
good.
in your purse and then there's another thing.
Keep everything you can when you place to your practice place. Just keep that.
Yeah.
Then we're done with that.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe.
Okay, thank you. Then we finish.
We're gonna start with 39, page 39, Thanksgiving Mandala offering.